Islam. Welcome back to the Moor Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Brother Tyshan Edwards Bay. I'm here with Brother Shariff Bay, resident host. You're not even a guest, Mo. You're a host. You're here every time. Islam.
Elder.
Mm-hmm. Elder of the temple, elder of the show. Islam. Thank you for being here, Mo. Before we get too far, I just want to greet everybody with peace. Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Rahubat, Ayonio, Alafia, Shalom, Hotep. I believe I didn't miss anything. Is there anything, any peace or greetings, Mo, you want to say?
Peace. Shalom.
Islam in true Moorish fashion. Also, before we get too far, we're going to make sure we give our praises and honors. Please, Elder, give your praises and honors.
Yes, I'd like to give, in the spirit of light, I'd like to give high honors to Almighty Allah, and high honors to His holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. May Allah be pleased with him for his mighty work, and honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. May Allah be pleased with him for his mighty works, and honor to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, and Muhammad, and honors to E. Millie Ill, and high honors to J. Givens Ill, and high honor to Magi Priest, Sidney Rothstein Ill, and high honors to everybody for the cause of uplifting fallen humanity, all our orders, UNIA, Nation of Islam, et cetera, and high honor to all our forerunners, and high honor to everybody under the sound of my voice. Peace.
Islam. Thank you, Mo. Give my praises and honors real quick. First, to give all praises to Allah. High honors to the Prophet Marcus Messiah, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and his forerunner Marcus Messiah Garvey. High honors to all past and present leadership of the Moorish Science Temple of America. High honors to all true and divine prophets of Allah that stand on the square of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. High honors to all the Moors worldwide, known and unknown. High honors to all of our ancestors, everybody that paved the way for us to be here. Islam, Mo. So this is episode 21. Episode 21 of the Moor Culture Podcast. We are still here. We are churning. We are not stopping. Slow motion is better than no motion. We haven't really missed many days, Mo. We're actually going to have 2 episodes this week. I don't know if you knew that. But today's episode 21 in Supreme Mathematics, that is wisdom, knowledge, all being born to understanding. Islam, understanding is the best part. Knowledge is the foundation. When you add wisdom, that's when you get to the understanding, Mo. Yeah, I know you have a lot on your mind, Mo. You're always the one that gets us kicked off and keeps us in spirit. So please tell us what's on your mind today.
Yes, to all my people out there, fallen humanity, Allah is extending the lifeline out to you. In the military, they have something called half step and full step. And most of you people out there are half stepping because this is a resurrection day. And so the powers that be, Shaitan and his crews looking at y'all, calling y'all suckers. They said, if you want to hide anything from a so-called black man, put it in a book. And we just don't read. And so when you read, it opens up your mind. When you read the right things, that's what saved me. Because when you're in a condition, what they call poverty, and you got the gift of sight and your vision, it can change your vision and change your conditions. So again, you see liquor stores on every block. We got the drug epidemic in this community. And the people looking at, the people out there saying sucker, but calling you suckers. The Holy Quran says never does Allah change the conditions of a people until they change within their heart. So you have to change your heart, people, in order to bring about a beautiful society, a utopia. The Holy Quran says, let out of ye a band of people enjoining what is right, inviting all that is good, forbidding what is wrong. So a lot of you people out there on low frequency, A lot of leaders ain't speaking the right thing to the people. When they call you black, that's another word for slavery, saying you still in slavery. And they came through with the Gregorian calendar and put you under a deeper sleep. For instance, they got you caught up in Greek mythology. January was named after King Janus. March, named after Mars, god of war. July, Julius Caesar. Augustus Caesar. Regularly, it's 28 days of the month. Then they got you saying that it's, 28 days of the month. So it's really 13 months. Mm-hmm. And we say 12/360, but the Catholic Church threw everything off. And I noticed that when I go into these religious institutions, mainly Christians and Muslims, ain't nobody say nothing about the Crusades or the Renaissance or the Spanish Inquisition. I had to learn that from my professors in Cheney of another ethnicity. They were teaching me. So I'm proud of the way the ancestors is relating to that teacher or president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. He inspires me a lot. He's young enough to be my son, and he's on fire. And a lot of you ministers out there or leadership out there should be on fire, because we having bad things happen to us still. You got to find a new tune. A lot of, like I said, in the military, you got half step and full step, and then change steps. It's a lot of time. It's time for a lot of these people out here to change steps, because it was their target to take the man out. A lot of women are stepping up to place of man, representing leadership. But we have voice out there, but the voice should resurrect the people, resurrect the conscience of the people, where people can see Allah in you. And when people see Allah in you, they see change in you. People see Christ in you. People see Muhammad in you, etc., etc. So it's time for you people there to stop being people's suckers. The partying, the alcohol, you call them places, the drugs, you call the liquor store wines and spirits. Now, you notice that at first here in Wilmington, Delaware, nobody owned the liquor store. Most people owned the liquor store was people of Caucasian ethnicity. Then the foreigners came in, the Hindus and different people, and they might say Assalamu alaikum to you, and some of them might say namaste, but what do they really feel about you? How far do you want to get in life? Because Allah has brought me a long ways. Every time I pray, that's like going to the gas station. He fills me up, and I know he can do the same for you. But I don't think it's fair for you to come this far in the road and don't never want to lift your head up. A lot of so-called black folks are like an ostriches. They stick their head in the ground and show their butt. So now it's time to stop half step and come to the full step. Then you read your history. Just don't study Christianity, Islam, and don't know nothing about the Crusades, because Crusades represent the crucifixion, and you're on the cross now, and the so-called black man is in a coffin. That's why they call him black. He's dead. Don't be nobody's sucker. There's a whole lot of knowledge out here for you to grow. Because knowledge is power. And they said, in college I learned about the Industrial Revolution. That was from animal husbandry, the age from animal husbandry, which is like cattle, and the machines. And then one of my professors said, this is the data revolution, the age of information and power. Power opened up doors. And so they control a lot of things off the TV set and send demons at you and put fear in your heart. But it's real that a lot of us are being in Texas. A lot of people end up unalived, and they got a serial killer out there, and all around the country things are happening to us. So self-defense is a must. To learn self-defense. Peace.
Peace, Mo. That's just reminding me of the brother in Mississippi. I think there was 2 hangings in Mississippi recently, but one was in Mississippi. But one was, I think one might have been a Caucasian European man, but one was an Asiatic black, so-called black brother.
Right.
DeMar Travian. That's his name, DeMar Travian. And there's famous getting an independent autopsy, and they're doing their own investigation now. But the first thing that the police were saying was that he hung himself. Like he climbed to a tree and hung himself.
Our people don't do that.
Yeah,
people don't do that. And it's time for our leaders to cut the lights on. I'm not blaming no people of other ethnicities. I'm saying to a lot of our people, our wills is weak. When your will's weak, your frequency is low. And when you're on high and you have Allah in your heart and stuff, you're not half-stepping, you're full-stepping. You're sharing that Allah that you have in your heart with humanity. You don't stand for white supremacy because that's a mental illness. And so anytime they can come in with that, and you got so-called black leaders saying nothing, your frequency is low. You got to turn up the volume. Yeshua said, "Let your light shine amongst men, so they may glorify the Father in heaven." Matthew 5. You have that light. You have that light, and you have that Christ light in you. You got to turn it on. Because we live in the day where everything's being bought to light. Can't fool nobody no more. Everything's coming to light, and if you ain't talking right, people going to turn on you. Because we get ready to go into survival mode. So unity is important. Prophet Overdraw Ali said that where there's unity, there's strength.
Isn't it?
So I'm also led by the Spirit. When I see brothers, sisters walking and talking in the spirit, that attracts me. But brothers and sisters on low frequency and stuff, I just shake my head because this battle is real. This is a jihad. This is the holy war. It's a spiritual war. It's a struggle. So Allah is He's throwing out the lifeline to fallen humanity to get up this filth affect people all around the world. Not no particular people, no particular race, but humanity needs help. And anytime I go to Mecca and see people out there begging and stuff like that, poverty in Mecca, poverty's all over the world. So even with us, Mecca once was ours.
Exactly.
We got people in Mecca. They're not the original what happens in Mecca. So that lets you know we fell somewhere down the line. But the Holy Quran says hold on tight to rope. Hold on tight to the rope of law. Allah is still extending that rope where me and you can change our conditions. And we don't talk and walk in that low frequency, but we go to the elevated places, and we go to them elevated places. Allah give us a message and a revelation that we can share with humanity because they really need it now. Our intuition's powerful when we use it. We got that gift of intuition, gifts of discernment. And so even a lot of older people that I met did not hear Christians and Muslims. They had more light than the people got now. They helped me light up in dark places. They helped me where I'm at today. Now you got people just going to and fro the earth, eating off the fruit of desires. They in the garden, eating off the fruit of desires, eating the wrong fruit and stuff. But they got to get on the right diet and eat the right fruit so they can see heaven. Because a lot of people today do not have no vision. It's time to talk that talk and walk that walk. And then when you talk that talk and walk that walk, Allah's light to shine in you, and you'll light the path for yourself and others. Like they say, the word is like a lamp unto thy feet and light unto thy path. They back in the day, they had to wear their lamps around their feet to see their way through the dark forest. Now we got to see our way through the dark forest of sin. What's so deep? One of my favorite novels and books was The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. I read that when I was small, and as the hobbits and the wizard was on their journey, they had to encounter some goblins. So what you think? All them people are trying to take your wealth from you, trying to scare you. Stealing your wealth all around the world. My question is, if you got so much Christ and law in you, or God of your, where's your God at? Where it says in the 10th commandment, verse 2, thou shalt not have unto thee any thou shalt not have no gods before me, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. So why have you made man a graven image, and you go around talking fear, breathing fear on humanity against mortal man, about mortal man? Where's that Holy Spirit that's supposed to be in you that you talk about? You need to talk about the Holy Spirit when you want some money. Where's the full armor at? Full armor, Ephesians 6:11. Ephesians chapter 6 talks about the full armor. And the Holy Quran, Allah said, use me for a shield. If you really believe it, why aren't you talking it now? It's easy. Why ain't you walking it? They go together, talking it and walking it. Allah's closer to you in the jugular vein. So why is all these people that say that they're righteous and that Allah's with them or Jesus is with them or Muhammad is with them, when you walk to near them, they don't have that light? That's what it's all about, brothers, is have that light and learn how to apply that light. Moor Culture says, the application of good things lie not in its possession, but to knowing how to use them. And it also says, the lips of the wise are like doors of the cabinet. No sooner are they open, many treasures flow forth before thee like trees of gold arranged under beds of silver, or wise sentence uttered in due seasons. So I challenge you, my brothers and sisters, bring the law in you. Let that light come in fruition, because the world needs that light. It ain't time to be greedy like some other people are greedy. They think they own everything. You can't even tell me that a person can show you $1 million in cash or $1 billion in cash. It's all mouth. And then what my thing is, the land, the Bible said, earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. So you got somebody say what they conquered this and stole this, it's theirs. No, it ain't theirs. The greatest commandment is love. We all in this together. And we got a lot of us that need to learn how to grow up. And them people ain't right. You got to check them. Let that, one of Allah's attributes is gracious and compassionate. Gracious and compassionate. We got to learn that, have that compassion with us, and learn how to be great. They ain't take nobody's mess, though, because we superior fighters. They always trying to take that away from us and stuff like that. From what I study, we can rumble, but not only rumble physically. Now, brothers, it's time to us to bring thunder. Steer that word up in you to bring thunder. When you bring thunder, you resurrect the masses. And it's time for us to get up. Because people with the superior perceptive reality saying that I'm better than you, And they try to scare you because they want to take your land. The land belongs to us. Study it. Study who you are. If you black, you're in a coffin. This is their resurrection. Islam.
Oh, Mo, Islam. I apologize. It's a long weekend. Trying to hang in there. We had a good session yesterday. Much needed session. Martial arts training.
Yes, because it comes together with everything comes together, because martial arts is connected with Islam.
Mm-hmm.
We have what you call Sirat al-Mustaqim. That's the straight way, right?
Mm.
Then in Buddhism, you got the Noble Eightfold Path of Enlightenment, which is right speech, right action, right emotion, right vision, right effort, right awareness, right livelihood, right mindfulness, or samadhi. Islam means peace. I was out training with my uncle, and he said, Wadaru means the way a peaceful warrior. I looked at him and said, that's Islam. He started laughing. The Grandmaster, he knew it all the time. And then Aikido means the way of peace and harmony. So all that's Islam. So the Holy Quran says, by stages and degrees shall we teach you to declare this message so that you will not forget. So a lot of people think, you don't know Islam like that. This is stages and degrees. I'm still learning. I'm still a baby in Islam. I need Almighty Allah to resurrect me up out of that grave in the morning so I can go forth from darkness into marvelous light. Give me the proper things to say to people. I was a lifeguard for 17 years and stuff. Now I know that I'm not on that seat, but I'm on another seat, guarding somebody's life, guarding humanity, because going back to the Hobbit and stuff like that, right? And the goblins, you got all types of goblins and bad spirits out here. Don't want to see humanity get up. And these spirits of all ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people try to make it look like it's a color. No, it ain't no color issue. I had people of all ethnicities to try to oppress me. This is what I came up out of. But I'm glad that I was a lifeguard because I started waking up. You don't know whose life you got to save. You don't know when somebody's going to be distressed. But we had to change as a people, stop falling into other people's crazies. So, because a lot of people, they all, like the Holy Quran says, we will create a vice chair on earth. I will create a vice chair on earth. And the angel said, will you create one to make mischief and shed blood while we celebrate thy praises? So he said, I know what you know not. So you deal with the people that like the bloodshedders, and while we celebrate thy praise, but also say, in that day, great and dreadful day, we will reveal that guilty blue-eyed one. I'm not saying all people with blue eyes are guilty, but them guilty blue-eyed ones know who. It's all in Revelation. They know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So America can be a utopia. It was a utopia before they came and started robbing. And all around the world, they keep robbing people. Not all people ain't bad. Some people just trying to survive. While these wicked oligarchs, people ain't never been no fight in the life, can't bust a grape, turning the poor against poor. They even using a lot of so-called white folks where their family, Irish, was involved with the Bacon's Rebellion. They came over here as denture slaves, some Irish, because you got black Irish too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they turned them into the police officers, slave catchers. But we still in slavery today. If you read the law, a lot of us are still in slavery today, according to them. But I'm going on divine law. I'm not no slave. But as far as they're concerned, you're still a slave. And a lot of us are at what you call up out of the constitutional fold. So you have to study to come back into the constitutional fold so you know how to address these people. Because a lot of these people ain't intelligent at all. 5 names are given to some I believe: Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, and beast. And that's the type of spirit a lot of people roll. With them going around capturing people and deporting them, so forth. So what gave them authority to do that? where who said they could be on the land? But people got their different opinions about this and that, but they say the earth, the Lord, the fullness thereof. Then you got you got good in all people. And you got all people that got their idiosyncrasies and their bad points that keep this going on. I think a lot they say in Arabic language, Allahumma ajirni min an-nar, so Allah save me from the fire of hell. And so this is, we see this here in our midst today. A lot of people be going through hell. And Allah breathed on us this morning holy breath, wisdom, knowledge, understanding cause us to walk and talk upright. It ain't nothing like being upright. It ain't. Deliverance is beautiful. When I can come up out of light, like where I used to smoke and drink, and I don't do that. I mean, I didn't start off doing that, but I got caught up when I left home and stuff. I mean, I remember one time I was in college partying with the brothers, then came home, got so bad I could drink a case of beer and smoke a pack of cigarettes. It wasn't me. I was possessed. I got rid of that quick. Because one time I ran 5 miles all the time. I don't get down like that now, but I swim 20 laps,
That's good, man.
Working out is where it's at, living, striving to be righteous, trying, getting closer to Allah, so Allah can let you know what's going on in your environment and help you through, amongst all these wicked people in the world, wicked people all walks of life, wicked people just involved with religion just for money and politics. And that's what caused a lot of the combat and action, because it's get ready to get deeper now, because the people that's in office, they don't care nothing about us. Even though people say he's doing a good job, no, he's working for them oligarchs. Them the billionaires' pockets only. So now, even when Bush came in, he said, this ain't got nothing to do with white or black. This got something to do with haves and have-nots. So, and ever since then, a lot of so-called people of the other ethnicity started losing everything. They thought they were supposed to get this, and people were supposed to treat them bad. No, the rich people treat them good. Rich people don't care. Rich people do not care. And the rich people, not only so-called white and black, it's families connected. And they like to see the so-called poor man and woman go at each other's throat. But this is the day, resurrection day, where they must unite in order, if you want to save your life. Even the Mummers parade and stuff, that represent, they were celebrating the Moors' demise. Doing that dance, seemed like they copied off the Mardi Gras. But now it's time for the poor people, so-called poor people, to get their act in order, because the politicians is using them so they get more wealthy and stuff, and they want your soul. I mean, next time the election come around and stuff, take their money if they want to give some money. You don't have to vote for them. Get that money. Don't let them play you as a sucker, because these streets need to be cleaned up. And it's your job as Christians and Muslims and all this leadership to clean up the streets. And then you got what you call a lot of Republicans. That's conservative Christian leadership. That's what they call that, right?
The conservatives?
Conservative Christian leadership, Republicans, right?
Yeah, right wing.
Right, but what I'm saying to you, that the crusades against never ended. When you hear about crucifixion, they talking about the crusades that went on for hundreds of years. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella kicking Moors up out of Spain, and then Pope Alexander VI and all that, what led us into slavery. Study your history. What were you during the crusades? Like, you heard about one of our generals, Jabril Tariq. They named the Rock of Gibraltar in his honors. Used to be called the Pillars of Hercules. Then they named he was a warrior.
Islam. No.
So in this school, you ain't gonna learn nothing about the good things related to our people. So it ain't their fault. People have will to learn. You have to teach them. I love studying. Ain't nobody taught me this and taught me that. If I want to learn something, I study it. You know, like the Moor Culture says, man lives not by being told. That's Jesus speaking. Man may believe what others say, but thus he never knows. Then he say, understanding is a rock on which man builds himself.
Exactly.
So everybody differ in their understanding. And like my college president, they say, Shariff, there go your boy. Brother Shariff, there go your boy. He say, broaden your horizons. That's what we had to do. We had to broaden our horizons, broaden our scope. And when you really get in the spiritual realm and you be whipping the flesh like we was doing yesterday, you whip the flesh and stuff and it resurrect. And you come from darkness to marvelous light. It ain't nothing like the light because I'm high off the light. I'm high off being better at who I am so I can share with people positive thoughts. When they talk to me, I can give them life. I'm not about taking life with negativity, words, negativity, that's negative frequency, electricity come up. I want the good to come out so I can bring humanity up. I want wisdom to come from me. You know, King Solomon says wisdom more valuable than the rubies, but now it's time for the so-called black man, so-called black woman, Muslims, Moors, whatever, to pick up your step because you have step and you can't go with the same thing over and over and over again because we in a new phase of life. It's a new day. I feel it.
It is.
And sometimes I listen to stuff over and over again. It got a little wisdom, but I need something more to vibrate me up to the higher plane, higher self to keep me high. Because it's the same old broken record. It's deeper than that. It's about if you love Allah, how have He blessed you today? What type of testimony you gonna give to your brother about what type of work Allah is doing? Are you gonna exhort to him the truth? Exhort to him the patience. Says we say in a prayer, Bismillah ar-Rahman wa asr inna salwa fi kursa latina wa amnu amal salahati wa tasal bihaq wa tasal bisabra, means in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by the token of time, verily man is in loss except those who exhort to one another the truth, exhorted one another the patience. Have you did that for your brother or sister? Have you tried to keep your family in order, your house in order, while Shaitan trying to grab it and rip it apart, rip your family apart? Don't want that man structure. Don't want the brother in the house. Once you going crazy because the brother and you ain't united, your children's all messed up. I'm going to take all my children to Hawaii on a trip, you know. Because I know coming up, they were always getting involved with my children.
Yes,
trying to take me up out of the picture. Well, she'll be able to look at that and laugh at it. Because spirit living me is holy. Spirit's the Latin word for breath. I'm not talking about no spook, you know what I mean? I'm talking about something's real. I'm talking about breath is powerful, you know, because when we get together in unity as a people and we change our ways and speak in one voice and stuff, we gonna shake the earth. We gonna make the whole earth tremble. Because just us, our unity. Look what that young brother doing.
More powerful than an atomic bomb, they say.
Huh?
More powerful than our atomic bomb.
Look what that. It's just one young brother in Burkina Faso.
Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah. And what's happening with all the rest of us around the world? Don't let nobody punk your God. If you believe in Allah and His prophets and Jesus and so forth, so on, let them live with you down and stop destroy white supremacy. Holy Quran says Allah will throw back their mockery. Jesus said, love your brother. Yep, because the kingdom of heaven is within. And when people see that within you and how Allah is blessing you, they get mad. Some of them change. Almighty Allah ain't no joke. And I'm saying this because we're powerful people. And I'm not only talking about some people that constantly steal from us, come involved with religion and stuff like that, and say hi, and they're not your brother and sister, because this is powerful, because Allah created created Adam out of black mud. Ain't you glad you black mud, Mo?
Islam, Mo.
Yeah, we the children of the sun.
Wouldn't want it any other way, Mo.
The sun love us. Remember how we plant our feet in the earth and get all that chi running up to us? So my people out there should stop walking the earth with low self-esteem. I mean, if President Trump want to clean up the crime in America, you need to stop by getting rid of them liquor stores in our community and sending the worst of their people in our community, because they need a place to go too. I mean, y'all was better than us, so why everybody come to our community now? Y'all supposed to be better than us. Now you send in our community people messed up on fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, so forth. So, hey, we need to spend a lot of money in America cleaning them people up, because this is about make America great again. America can't get great if you ain't got nothing to work with. If you ain't got no people to work with. That's the reason why the people that came, the Mexicans and all them different people, they were on the farms. So you deport them, who's going to bring the vegetables? And so you can get a nice diet. People in the world need to learn how to work with diplomacy. American leaders, African leaders, European leaders, because Africa got a lot of gold. They got a lot of natural resources, and you ain't gonna take them off by running your mouth selling wolf tickets, because they got supersonic missiles now. What, you gonna blow them up because they don't want to give you what they got beneath the soil? No, you get diplomatic with them. Not only do we have to straighten up, but they got to straighten up too, because it's written in the script. Otherwise we got a bad karmic debt to pay. And those people demise that stop this mission, they got a debt to pay. Yep, Allah gonna personally give them a paycheck. Spreading mischief on the land. Uplift on humanity. Stand on the 5 principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Jesus was a freedom fighter. He wasn't that what y'all portray him to be. Muhammad was a freedom fighter. And the day with issues about these people trying to colonize the whole world, they want nobody to be free. The divine right of kings, manifest destiny. I think my values are better than yours. So by that, they put you on a cross. They won't let you elevate to them higher planes of light. They just get you all involved in physical things, and they put Mars, the god of war. They put that on you. But we got warriors too. Our ancestors are warriors. Now it's time to wake them up. Islam.
Islam. I talk to my ancestors every time I pray.
Me too. I'll calm down in a minute.
Islam.
They work with us. They want to see us do better.
Islam. So this karmic debt, is that stems from our ancestors? Am I correct? I mean,
no, the karmic debt is when it happened with anybody.
Okay.
Where we all have a purpose in life, and if you don't fulfill your purpose right, you get your karmic debt. You got to pay. Everybody got a purpose, and
if you're not
a good purpose.
That, then you're in debt.
If you don't fulfill that purpose, the good purpose in life and stuff,
you basically stole your life. I mean, you have your life and you're not making use of it the way it's supposed to be used.
Yeah, like you singing that song, "We shall come rejoice and bring in the sheaves." And harvest times is coming for everybody.
Islam.
Even for them people think that their money controls everything. No. When them people got all the money, one thing is sure they're going to see earth, wind, fire, water, winter, spring, summer, fall. the sun, moon, and the stars. That's when we focus on that, we know Allah's doing His job. He's ever present. People try to take your mind off that and bring you on low frequency, but no, I stay in the cosmos. I'm a citizen of the cosmos.
Islam, I would say quick shout out to Amidi Way Bay, Salam, Islam, Ashe Mos.
Islam, Ashe. So Mo, something else you made mention of before you went live that definitely stuck out to me was, and the topic we're on, Satan making things seem.
The Holy Quran says, Satan makes things fair seeming.
Yeah.
And so I never heard nobody really talk about it, right? But when you really get in, that's what the colonizer do. He comes in and he wants you to take loans and take interest on so forth and so on. He send terrorists in your country to tear it up, and then he give you loans, so forth and so on. That's all slavery in Africa. And go back, and we got to read, inshallah, the Doctrine of Discovery, written by, issued by Pope Alexander VI, so we know where we are today. Because when they were saying Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after it. That was the moment he lost his fez.
He lost his fez, Mo?
Yeah, that's his crown.
Understand.
So, and Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty. That's us.
Mm.
And the Wizard of Oz, the straw man, that's the names, all capital letters, and Tin Man text identification number, and the Cowardly Lion of Judah. That's what the brother became.
Mm.
Remember the lion was a brother?
Islam.
So them stories mean a lot. And like I said, but them goblins, they keep popping out. And you got to be on your point when them goblins pop out to attack you. And them goblins are from all nationalities. They greedy. They think they own everything. They as far as they're concerned, that you shouldn't even be here. And if you're here, you think you should be a slave. Even with all these religions, so-called religion, we the founders of all that. We was there. If the people saying they Jews and whatever, if they saying they us. They saying they Christian, us, all this Christianity, Ethiopia. Mm. And so Arabia, the Peninsula of Arabia looked like us. So you got people that come in and they change this and change that, but they can't change your spirit. You have a will. You have a will to pray that evil way. And I've always called on my ancestors to deal with that. I asked my ancestors to fix it. And I asked my ancestors to fix us as a people so we can come out winners this time.
Islam.
And so we go out like Christ and uplift fallen humanity, those who's worthy of our love. We ain't taking nobody's mess. What they do is set up all their institutions so they can put you on the cross. That's why we've got to live in our own society. Because all their stuff is about drawing off your birth certificate, straw man making money. And so we got people that's hip like Ibrahim Traore, they reversing that stuff. And they don't like him. They don't like, if they don't like him, they don't like me or you. They don't like, you know what the Holy Quran says? Never will they accept you until you accept their religion. Mm. So this is, I thank Allah for Noble Drew Ali give me knowledge of holy breath. And China, you say chi. Japan, you say ki. India, you say prana or fiery breath. Egypt, you say ra. Arabic, you say ruh. And Hebrew, you say ruach. In English, you say breath. Latin, you say spirit. Mm-hmm. So I have that. And this body is just a shell. My spirit's huge. My spirit's one with the elements. So they try to attack me, and that's like trying to attack the earth, wind, fire, and water. It ain't gonna work. You ain't got. I'm more than this body. They say man's not the body nor the soul. He's spirit, part of law. I'm more than this physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I had got thought physical, in a carnal mind, I wouldn't have made it. These people rule out fear. They rule out fear and can't beat you in one-on-one.
Isn't that?
They can't beat you one-on-one. They'll bank you and sneak you. That's what the Holy Quran says. Satan will come from the left, right, before you, behind you, and ambush you. And then you got to watch how you deal with them, because that's when they make things fair seeming.
Islam.
Offer you loans and deals, so forth. No, we got to get grounded in truth. We don't need them.
Islam. That's what is spoken of in Supreme Wisdom, 120. Tricknology. It's that trickery, and turning us against each other, and obviously, stealing our wealth and things of that nature.
Yeah,
but
that's powerful knowledge. But most people fell asleep. Supreme Wisdom and that actual fact, I like that.
Islam.
I really do love it. You keep me fired up, but I can go talk to somebody about it, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy, like I ain't supposed to know it. And that ain't coming from the people from other ethnicities. That's coming from the people who's supposed to know it, because that type of wisdom resurrect you.
Oh, that's a tricknology in itself, whether or not they know it or not. That's a tricknology right there, trying to use that kind of knowledge to shame or shun or divide us. Divide us.
I look at that knowledge like being in a physics class.
Where's that?
And because I always like learning. So, but it's beautiful knowledge, but it's like basic knowledge we should learn to open up schools, because we need our own schools, and we long past due for that. We might got a couple, but we ain't working hard enough.
Islam. We
ain't working hard enough for the schools. Now you got people coming in and say, y'all shouldn't teach the critical race system. No, they ain't got nothing to do with our school.
No.
And the land don't belong to them.
Yeah.
The land don't, but they have people that look like us, support them ideals. What do I look like bowing down to the altar with the same man or woman that oppressed me for 400 years? All of them founders of the so-called Protestant religion look like them. Don't look like me. Then you got Constantine at the Council of Nicene Council, and then Martin Luther broke away from him. I study all that.
Mm-hmm.
I love studying that.
Islam.
But wisdom's powerful, brothers and sisters. Don't let nobody trick you. And you see a brother and sister ain't walking right, check him. Especially if the imams, ministers, whatever, and leaders, so forth and so on. But the religious people, because they represent God on earth.
Mm.
So that so we need people like you to keep us in check. Keep the, God, Allah, close to our heart. I ain't got no problem with nobody checking me.
Of course, it's necessary.
Yeah, because
iron sharpens iron, or steel sharpens steel.
When angels write down the scroll about me, my deeds, I get that good karma.
Yep.
I ain't got no debt to pay.
You're walking in your purpose, Mo.
Yep.
Islam.
Because our people, we got to come up a long ways. I mean, yeah, we had this leader and that leader, so forth and so on, but we got to get universal in our teachings. I can go in any house of worship, and I can find somebody there that don't know how to read.
Mm-hmm.
I can find somebody that don't know how to read, but they know how to hustle. And I'm about to elevate places. When I go around a brother or sister, and they say that they practice the faith, they're God-fearing people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get elevated. I'm not trying to get you on low frequency and stuff, and you bring me here. especially when I done had a week of work, so forth, so on, and I fall in a place of worship. I'm trying to get all that arguing stuff. I ain't with that. You know, Holy Quran said, in the heart of the hypocrites, we have set a disease. We will increase that disease. We around a lot of hypocrites. That's why when Trump doing this, what he's doing, so forth and so on, he's doing what he's doing. But what are we supposed to be doing? Developing our program.
Exactly. And that's what I want to say. We do have, well, first of all, we are here, 715 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware, Moor Culture Center. So, yeah, come get that light. But we also do have the Noble Joeli Jerome Graham Bay Institute of Higher Learning, NDA, JGB, Institute of Higher Learning. We have, like you said, we need to be building these institutions. We have this institution. It is here. We don't have any enrollment. We're open for enrollment. We are open for children to enroll, for parents to enroll, even adults that don't have their GEDs. We're open for that enrollment and for helping anybody get their education as well as get their certifications, GED, diplomas, things of that nature for elementary, K through 12 essentially, and GED. So, we have the institution here. We are here to help. We're here to support the community. We need your support, though. We need you to enroll. We need you to bring your children. You can visit federationinstitute.com for the school. You can visit here, Moor Culture Center, moorculturecenter.com. We have the teas. You mentioned Holy Breath, Mo. We have we have the Holy Breath tea. If you want to strengthen your breath, you want to strengthen that holy breath, you want to walk in marvelous light, as the Mo says, then you need to be putting the right stuff into the gas tank. You need the herbs.
We as a people are very unique when we come together in unity, but we have so much dividing us. Even the law says the crown by stages and degrees shall we teach and declare this message. But just one day, just like they had the Million Man March in D.C., right? Mm-hmm. But one day, all of us come to unity. It's powerful, man. Mm-hmm. It's real spiritual. Ain't nobody can outmatch us.
No.
Nobody.
Of course not.
And you feel the presence of Almighty Allah there.
Yep.
You feel your ancestors cracking and shaking the ethers. And so people complain that, they're not giving us, it ain't their job.
Yeah.
To give you nothing.
Yeah.
But it's your job to walk upright, to receive the blessings of Allah after you walk upright.
Islam. Make no mistake about it. Well, reparations is a topic that people like to bring up. I like to say, and I heard this, I'll even say it, I heard this from Sabir Bey, actually. I'm going to use the term because it just makes the most sense. Instead of reparations, we need restoration.
Not only that,
go ahead, Mo.
The land belongs to us.
That's my point about restoration. That the land and what is ours needs to be restored.
Yes,
we don't necessarily need reparations. We need restoration, and so make no mistake about it. We need that, and that's due to us.
Some few came on slave ship. I heard they said Jesus was the name of the ship that started the slave trade. But the thing is, if there were slave ships, where's the logs of the ships that brought us over here?
Islam.
They got the history of the Bible. That's old. Ain't that older than slave ships?
Of course.
So
well, I don't know. I'm sure there's slave ships that go back much farther, but in terms of the transatlantic slave trade, then no, of course not. I'm saying there might have been ships prior.
The Bible goes way
prior
beyond
to the Bible.
Bible goes way older than the slave ships. So why they don't have no records, no log books, right, of slave ship? I know a slave ship downtown got balls around it where you tie the ship in, and then you go see the judge. It's called a dock master. Then you walk in, you got handcuffs on. That looked like a ship too.
Yeah.
Then you got the flag of state of Delaware with the slave ship and the harbor with a shotgun, a farmer with a shotgun and a hoe.
Mo,
It's science.
Yeah. I battle with that. I need to do more research, but I have heard plenty of people question if there were slave ships that came from Africa to North America. It is my belief that there may have been some, but most of the slave trade was happening here, whether it be from the islands to mainland. Whether it be between Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico, the islands down there between ships come from there to Florida or coming up the shore
But the
to North
deepest part
America.
about it, like I can show you, right? We still in slavery. I mean, if you ain't
Yeah.
if you ain't got your status right, you still in slavery.
Mm.
If you still calling yourself black, to you, you're responding to the slave master.
Islam.
We have to learn how to reverse psychology because that ain't my name. If so, where is it at in the script? I know the Holy Quran says stop referring to each other by offensive nicknames such as the black man. That's what the Holy Quran says.
Mm.
So,
Islam. I'm a Moorish American.
But now when it says we created Adam out of black mud, that's referring to a noun. The black is describing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Black mud is describing this type of mud, right?
Mhm.
And you got black as a noun, you got it as an adjective. Just like going back with cross. That word cross, they nailed him to the cross. He crossed the street. They crossed him up. You know, it's technology.
Islam.
And off them words, neuro-linguistic program, you put people under spells. And that ain't where I'm at today. I don't want no chains and shackles around my mind. You know, because Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, they were freedom fighters. They have a free spirit. When nobody put no shackles here, send them a thunderbolt.
Islam. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that black label is tough. Like you said, it's stripping us of who we really are and our true identity. Come proclaim your nationality right here, 715 North King Street, right here in these four walls of this temple. All the extra walls we have here in the center. This is a big building, and you can come here and proclaim your nationality. Especially on Fridays, you know, call ahead, go on our website. You can get the number and call ahead to figure out when we're here. But we are definitely here Fridays, Friday at 7, Holy Temple meetings. Come proclaim your nationalities. Come get that holy fire. Come get that holy breath. Get that light. We have plenty of books, plenty of Moors here that are friendly, open arms, knowledgeable. You know, that's what keeps me coming back, Mo. I'm here because you're here. I'm here because the Grand Governor, Brother J. Howard Bay, is here. Brother Quinn L's here. The mother of the temple, Sister Hashanika is here. Brother George is here. We have Moors here that are filled with the light, that are here to help. We're unified. You know, this is where you come to get unity, Mo. It's a good exercise and good practice to have weekly meetings, to have your brotherhood, to build. You know, we're here brewing teas. Come get you some tea. We have books for sale. We have T-shirts and whatnot. But more than anything, we're just here for the community. We're here to uplift fallen humanity. There's homelessness, as you see, Mo. Every single time you come here, there's homelessness all right in front of the building.
It's because the voice is not being heard. Our voice, they're not hearing our voice. Just like when people lightly say, that person, according to Black's Law Dictionary, person means corporation. Corporation, slaves. But our voice is not being heard, and it's terrible. You know.
Yeah, that's why we do the podcast. We've had our voice has been heard, just not enough. I'm
just talking about all over the world. That's
okay.
When you hear Ibrahim Terrari speak, and he's just one individual of Allah's creation. He just made Umrah, and I said, "Wow, Allah's working like that. That's real powerful." He can work in all of us like that. You know, colonialism is a sin, and white supremacy is a sin. And when you interact with that and act like it's all right and stuff, you're part of the sin. Because the Holy Quran says, we have created man in the best of molds. Then we render him to the lowest low. That means you fall down to the lowest of lows. We want to stay in the best of molds and do the will of Allah, which is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, equality, etc.
Islam. Mo, believe it or not, we just crossed the hour mark. I'm surprised. For some reason, it felt like we've been sitting here for maybe 30 minutes. I'm shocked that it's been an hour, Mo. Any final thoughts? There was a topic we did not touch on, but I don't want to get too deep because that was gonna take up some time.
What is that?
The corruption of innocent souls.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that gets deep, and that's going to take a whole nother at least 15, 20 minutes to even get started on that. So, any final thoughts, Mo? Go ahead.
Our Lord laid not on us a burden as I did lay upon those who were before us. Lay not on us a burden that we have not the strength to bear. Forgive us our sins, pour down on us a spirit of steadfastness and religion, make firm our feet, grant us thy protection against those who reject faith. Amen.
Islam, Mo. Yeah, I don't have much else besides moreculturecenter.com, 715 North King Street. Come get your teas. We got the teas. We got the books, the t-shirts. We have the light, the knowledge. We have the Moors. So come join. Come fellowship with us. We are here. Islam. Peace.
Peace.